Hi again, it's Ricky and Lee. Now we're going to start getting into some of the games that we want to show you and how you could play them remotely from each other using Zoom or Skype, something similar. Now in these videos we're going to have one person as if they have the game at their house, and then the other person having all of the tools or equipment that they're going to need to be able to play the game. And we have this screen in between us to just show you that we can't actually see each other and what's going on. So in this game, we're going to go through Mr. Lister Quiz Shootout. Now, I personally really like this game. It's probably my favourite trivia game that we have, and it's made by a great company called Big Potato. What do you think about it, Lee?
It's really good. Big Potato produce a lot of good fun family party games, and this is much more of a sort of quiz themed one, so it's fantastic for playing from remote sources.
Yeah, and so it's a really good alternative to the pub quizzes that you probably are getting hassled onto by all your friends and family. So in this game, and I won't go through the full rules, but the idea of this game is to win some of the cards, and each of the cards represent a different question. So the gameplay flows as if one person, and it could be the same person, or it could be multiple people in the same household that have the game, they will read out the questions and everyone will have to write down as many answers as possible to that question. You then take turns picking your answers, trying to hit either like a jackpot answer, a special answer, or just be the last people in to actually still have viable answers. And then if you win that, you get the card. And so, as we said, 3 cards, you win. Now, Lee's going to tell you how you can actually make that work remotely.
Yeah, great. So I'm the person that has a copy of Mr. Lister, and Ricky is obviously sitting in his own house, socially distancing away from me. Now, to do this properly, I'll make sure that I have the pile of cards in front of me. These are the quiz questions, and all Ricky and his family will need is a pen and paper. That's all you need, okay? Now, the way this game works is very simple. Like a traditional quiz, I'm going to take one of these questions here, and I'm going to read it out, and Ricky and his family are going to attempt to find the correct answers. So, here we go. This is the first question, and play along in chat if you want to. The best 10 ABBA hits according to the top 40, list them.
Did you stage that? I am terrible with ABBA.
It's not for my generation.
Okay. Okay, so I would pretend that I know a lot about ABBA and I'd write down some answers.
Then once Ricky and his family have written the answers down, we come to the phase where we read out what the correct answers are. Each person one at a time will read out their list of answers, and I will go through the list to tell them if they're correct, incorrect, or if they're a jackpot answer. Now, if people manage to get the questions right, they will win the round. And then once the person has collected 3 cards that all have the same matching bottle on the back, they will win that particular version of the game.
Now this is where the challenge comes in, because usually when you're all around the same table, you would just give the person the card and then they keep track of their own cards. So you're going to want some answer paper to write your answers for when you're playing the game. And then you're also going to want a piece of paper to just track the drinks that you've won or the cards that you've won. So for example, this card is Arnold & Co.'s Muscle Tonic. So I would just write, if I won that card, Arnold & Co.'s Muscle Tonic, and I would keep track until I've got 3 different cards. And then that's it. I would have won the game if I do that.
Yeah, this game is infinitely replayable. Massive stack of quiz cards, you can see. This should keep you going for as long as lockdown persists, sadly. But it's a huge amount of entertainment value here. It's slightly educational, and it's a really good, fun family game.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope that that's given you some really good ideas of games that you can play at home. Now, all of the games that we're featuring in this series are available on our online shop, the details of which are found below in the details of this video. So if you've got any other really good ideas on games that you can play remotely, please do talk about it in the comments. As you can see, we've turned the lounge into a retail warehouse. So this is something that we're going to be focusing on for the upcoming months. But we really, really hope that this has been of use to you and that we can see you soon again in the future.